Let's bring in our guest for this hour to discuss. Joining us now from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, we have criminal defense attorney Eric Schwartzreich with us. Eric, this is an unusual situation where it sounds like we're in a criminal court, but we're not. We're in front of a probate judge, and we've had some ideas of what we think it could be about. It hasn't been very clear on the record as to why they're doing it this way. What are your thoughts about doing this in probate court when we know they don't necessarily need a body or for a court to declare someone dead in terms of the prosecution to bring a case against someone?
Well, you don't necessarily need a body, but this case is old, and by going to probate court, by generating perhaps some publicity, maybe a state attorney is advising them, go to court, get free baseball, put on some evidence, put on some testimony. I mean, it appears like there's a lot of circumstantial evidence, if you will, against John Skelton. And John Skelton has absented himself from this hearing. He doesn't want a seat at this table. He's not there. And when you don't have a seat at the table, you are on the menu. So we're hearing a lot of testimony, circumstantial evidence, statements that Skelton made that perhaps indicate that he murdered these children. But it is a lot of speculation there, and we really haven't heard objections to this, this former officer or sheriff or deputy giving this type of testimony and saying, in my opinion, I believe. Well, they need evidence, and perhaps this type of evidence, pointing out all this blood, all these bad facts, will generate some new interest in this case, which has gripped, the Michigan community for all these years, and perhaps they will try to get charges brought against John Skelton, not for the false imprisonment, but for murder of the three boys.
Yeah, reminder that his false imprisonment sentence ends in November. He's slated to be released from state prison after that, and you wonder if this is just building up to Eric's point. And publicity, you never know who comes out of the woodwork when something like this comes up years later that they could use if they indeed are pursuing a prosecution. Let's get a break when we come back.